Hi guys, this is the third video of my series on how to get started in Python. Last week we discussed the simple hello world program and the print function. This week we're going to encounter variables and basic math operations. Let's get started. Variables are stored data in Python. They are usually numbers, but they can also be strings and other data types. I'll give you an example. Let's say age equals, you can put any word except for the words already used like print and other functions. So say age and equals, this is how you set a variable, and then a number, let's say 20. Now with the print function, you can put age in between and it prints 20. You can also display variables with strings. Let's try it out. I am space and then space years old. When you print this, it will be invalid syntax. This is because we have to add the string and the variable together. So now we use the plus sign. Even if you place plus signs, this program still does not work because we cannot print numbers from the variable and strings at the same time. So we have to make the variable a string. How do you do that? Well, you put str behind the variable and then parentheses between it. And then now when you run this program, it'll show you I am 20 years old. Remember, you can set the value to anything you want. So let's say my age is 2000. And when you print this, it'll say I am 2000 years old. That's not the only thing you can do with numbers in Python. You can also do math equations. For this week, we will only be tackling the 4 basic math operations in Python, which is addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. This can be done by using symbols. For addition, you use the plus sign. For subtraction, you use the minus sign. For division, you use the slash sign. And for multiplication, you use the asterisk. Now, how do you use these symbols, you ask? I'll show you. Let's use the plus first. Let's say carrots equals 10. This is the variable carrots and its value is 10. Now let's put corn equals 20. So now it's another variable, corn having the value of 20. Then vegetables. So now we can use addition. To get the total amount of vegetables, we can add carrots plus corn. And when you print all of these, it'll display this. We have 10 carrots, we have 20 corn, and 30 vegetables overall. Remember, you can also display variables with text. So now, let's say print for title, storage, then we can add a text, carrots, then space. Always remember, if you need space, you should add a space in the string because the variables don't put an automatic space. Then you plus. I'll do this for the others. And now remember to put str if the variable is a number to make it a string to print it. Now when you run this, it'll display storage, the title, then how many carrots we have, corn, and vegetables. Remember, there is no limit on how much numbers you can put. So you can have 1000 carrots and 20,000 corn. And then when we run it, we have 1000 carrots, 20,000 corn, and we have 21,000 vegetables overall. Now, I'll demonstrate to you on how to use the subtraction symbol. So let's say phones equals 100, and then customers equals 59. Now, we're trying to find out if every customer bought a phone in the store, how many phones would we have remaining? In this situation, we can use a subtraction operator. So let's say remain equals phones minus customers. Now when you print all of this, it will now display how many phones we have, 100, and then customers, 59, and the remaining, 41. Remember, we can display text with it too. And now, this is what the finished product looks like. Phones remaining, initial stock, customers, and then remaining phones. Now, phones remaining, initial stock, 400, and then customers, 59, and then remaining phones, 41. That's subtraction. Now I'll demonstrate on how to use the division operation. So let's erase this. And now, what if we had 10 liters of Coke, and every glass can only fit 0.25 liters of Coke? Now we want to know how many glasses of Coke we can actually fill. So let's say filled equals Coke divided by, which is a slash sign, and then glass. When you print this, it'll display 10 because you have 10 liters of Coke, 0.25 because every glass can only hold 0.25 liters, and then 40. That's how many glasses we can fill. Now let's put some text. This is the finished product. It'll display the Coke glasses, then amount of liters of Coke, amount of liters a glass can hold, 0.25, and then amount of glasses filled with Coke, 40. That's the division operation. Now let's go to the multiplication. Let's remove this. Let's say I got 10 points, and then the multiplier is 5. So now we want to know my total score. So total equals points, then asterisk, this means times, multiplier. When we display this, it'll display 10 because we have 10 points, the multiplier because we had a 5 times multiplier, and then 50 points total. Now let's put some text. And this is the finished product. It displays the scoring game, the amount of points 10, the multiplier, and then the total score, which is 50. If you didn't notice the pattern, we put the mathematical operator in between the two variables, just like how you would do normal math, and it'll display the answer of the equation. That's it for this week. Next week, we're going to encounter basic input programs where the user has to input data for the program to work. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Stay curious!